Hey y'all, I'm Parker.
And I'm Dre.
And this forever and, well, always is the Disney Cellar.
And today I'm so excited because we're talking all about the Little Golden Books.
Yes, this is the first episode of many where we're going to break down all of the different collections about Disney books and, well, there's a lot of collections.
Our episode on the wonderful world of reading is coming soon.
It is indeed, but we thought we'd start with the Little Golden Books first.
That was my idea.
Yes, because, well, if you were ever a child on planet Earth...
Or a child at heart.
Sure, chances are you've read maybe one or two of these.
Or 100. And maybe still reading them.
And maybe read one before bed last night.
Maybe.
Right. Well, there's a lot of these, with more published each and every year, and basically every new Disney film sees the release of at least one new title.
Shout out Moana 2 on November 27.
And a Moana 2 Little Golden Book coming soon. But it is important to note that the Little Golden Book series goes way beyond just Disney. They have partnerships and sponsorships with dozens of companies and organizations, and that's not even counting their beloved original titles.
But don't worry, today, like every day, we'll focus on only Disney. Mostly anyway.
Correct. We're doing our very best to restrict our focus to their catalog and history as it pertains to the Walt Disney Company.
All right, enough introduction. Let's dive in.
So, the first Little Golden Books were published on October 1st, 1942. 12 original titles were released and included stories like The Three Little Kittens, The Little Red Hen, and The Pokey Little Puppy.
Oh, the Pokey Puppy. You joke, but that Pokey Little Puppy has sold over 15 million copies in multiple languages around the world, and that's only as of 2005.
I never joke about The Pokey Little Puppy.
Apparently not.
But the Little Golden Books were originally published by Simon & Schuster in cooperation with the Artists and Writers Guild, and these first books were sold in drugstores and train stations, basically anywhere with high foot traffic, for a whole whopping quarter.
Today now, they're usually cost anywhere from $3 to $7. Not bad.
Well, a 1940s quarter is worth about $5.50 today, so it holds up.
We love a good bargain.
That we do. And well, that was exactly the point. At the time, children's books were seen as luxury goods sold for $2 to $3, but it was Georges Duplaix,
Ooh la la.
who imagined a different way. So he worked with Simon & Schuster and the Artists and Writers Guild, and, well, the Little Golden Books were born.
They also enlisted the assistance of Dr. Mary Read, a professor at the Teachers College of Columbia University, to act as an editor.
They did indeed. And, well, ownership and control of the series has changed many times over the decades until they were finally acquired by Random House Publishing in 2001, which is still their home today.
But what about Disney, you may ask?
Well, the first official Disney Little Golden Book was published in 1944 and is titled Through the Picture Frame. It's based on a story by Hans Christian Andersen, who wrote The Little Mermaid and The Snow Queen.
The Snow Queen served as inspiration for Frozen.
Yes, the Snow Queen herself is Elsa. But remember we mentioned that Pokey Little Puppy?
Oh, the puppy.
Well, the Little Golden Books' connections to Disney actually go back to the original series, as that story was illustrated by none other than Gustav Tenggren. And though he may not be a household name,
He should be.
he should be, because Gustav worked as an artist, animator, and chief illustrator for the Disney Company in the 1930s.
And his work influenced the visual style on films like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Pinocchio, and Bambi.
That he did. And other Disney artists and animators that illustrated for the early Little Golden Books include Disney legend Mary Blair, who drew concept art for Alice in Wonderland and Peter Pan and Cinderella and Song of the South, which we spoke on last week, and whose art style continues to inspire Disney and Pixar animators to this very day.
And Martin Provenson, who collaborated on Dumbo, Fantasia, and Pinocchio too.
I love Fantasia.
He really does.
But for all of Disney's Little Golden Books, Walt Disney did have one explicit mandate, since, as we mentioned, at least one Little Golden Book accompanied the release of each and every Disney animated classic.
And since Disney, of course, you know from our VHS episode, was re-releasing their animated films in theaters every 5 to 7 years.
Exactly. Walt did not want the Little Golden Books to just become carbon copies of his movies, but rather he wanted the films to serve as inspiration for the illustration, while allowing the artists to imbue their own individual styles and take certain limited liberties, which still holds true for the Little Golden Books published today.
Another fun fact is an entire line of Little Golden Books was released to celebrate the opening of Disneyland in 1955, most of which starred Donald Duck and his adorable nephews, Huey, Louie, and Dewey.
I love those guys. There's also a Little Golden Book which details the legend of the Little Man of Disneyland, which if you don't know, well, we are saving that story for another day.
He likes to hang around Adventureland. Sorry.
He's like, Bruno, we don't talk about the Little Man of Disneyland.
The Little Golden Books are a time-honored tradition and a favorite of children and adult fans of illustration alike, and are of course immediately recognizable by their cardboard covers and gold-foiled spines.
Now, it is worth mentioning that the condition, particularly on originals and older entries in the series, are, well loved, shall we say.
But still full of magic.
Yes, indeed. But their monetary value as collectibles is often pretty low.
Yeah.
They were also produced in massive quantities. But if you manage to find a first edition with less wear and tear, pay particular attention to the cover page, as a cornerstone of the Little Golden Books is a line for the owner to sign and was a fun way for children in particular to feel a sense of ownership over their own collection.
So cute.
Mm-hmm.
We also cannot overstate their value, not just for their stories, but their standalone works of art.
Yeah, the illustrations are really beautiful and something to check out, even if the story might be a bit above your reading level, shall we say.
Speak for yourself. I'm rereading all mine tonight, right after this.
Well, it's probably enough reading for today. So until next time, this is the Disney Cellar. We thank you for stopping by, as always, and tune in next week for a special surprise.
Shh.
I'm Parker.
And I'm Dre.
And we hope you have a magical day.